Hey y'all, it's your friendly neighborhood therapist. And in local news from my little old hometown, it is some happenings there that have everyone talking. And I want to share it with y'all. So this is a new business, a brewery slash restaurant that is going to be opening up. And if you know anything about Niagara Falls, New York, it is a smaller city. It has been on the decline for years. I ain't gonna hold you. People hear Niagara Falls and they think the falls, the beautiful water, and blah. Even people from my hometown to tell people go to the Canadian side, which is terrible. The, the Canadian side is great, but I mean to tell people that, like, no, you need to probably go to the Canadian side. That's not okay. But my hometown has been on the decline for a long time. It's not much there, it's not much to do. And this is not me like shading where I'm from. I love where I'm from. I will always, always love where I'm from. But leadership in my hometown has sucked for a long time. That's just being real. Leadership, the mayor, the government officials, they suck. They don't do anything for the city. Okay. And there is rampant nepotism in my hometown, always has been. But nonetheless, this place, because there is not a lot to do in Niagara Falls, most times people, when they want to find something fun to do, they go to Buffalo or Amherst or somewhere else nearby, not the actual falls. So this was great. Like, ooh, a place to have fun and eat and, do things. But then when you looked at the post and went through the pictures, you came across the menu and saw this. Now, here's what. To me, yes, this does show who these people are, the owners, but also it was a phenomenal marketing tool, honey, because it did what it was supposed to do. It got attention, publicity, repost and shares. It got people talking. It did what it was supposed to do. It did what marketing is supposed to do. And they knew that. Now they've already changed the name of this burger to the All American Burger. But it already did what it was supposed to do, and they knew that. So kudos to y'all for that marketing move. Here's what I had already said before they changed the name. That ain't gonna stop nobody from going there. It's already black folks, folks of color, all of that saying that they gonna go, liking and loving the post. And I thought to myself, maybe they didn't see it, but they did. But here's what they thought. It's not that big of a deal. Every atrocity, every major humanitarian atrocity that has occurred in this world started out small, started out with something minor. And you know why folks do that? To see just how far they can go, to see just how far they can go before somebody says something. Now, granted, people are already saying something about this, but still, that small thing, how many people will justify this? How many people will be okay? And here's what, from a business sense, they knew that that would pull certain people to the business immediately. All the people who voted for that man, they gonna go. But also it isolated some people, and you don't ever want to do that in business. For business, you never want to take a side. That's what they say, right? Now, I don't necessarily agree with that. I'm gonna always say what I believe and what I feel, because to me, there's a such thing as integrity and standing on business. If I'm standing on business, that means in my business, I'm gonna stand on business too. Listen, I have my own business. That's not going to stop me from sharing my beliefs. It shouldn't stop them from sharing theirs. If I was them, I wouldn't have changed the name. Why? You already put it out there. Why change it now? We already know who you are. So why change it now? But that's neither here nor there. Here's what, a couple of points, just based off commentary I saw on different posts. Small things turn into big things. Small sparks turn into huge fires. So this isn't just a small thing. It's just the name of a burger. Sure. Then next, I will reiterate over and over again that all Republicans are not Trump supporters. Okay, all Republicans did not vote for that man. But what I don't like is when people say, well, all Trump supporters aren't racist. You might be right, but guess what? All racists are Trump supporters. And I am fully willing to die on the hill that 100% of y'all who voted for that man in this administration, 100% of y'all do not think that racism is a big enough deal to not have cast your vote that way. Racism wasn't a deal breaker for you. Misogyny wasn't a deal breaker for you. Morality wasn't a deal breaker for you. None of those things were deal breakers for you. Hmm. Then when people get to saying, well, people of color and black folks voted for him too. Sure did. People vote against their own self interest all the time. Women voted for him. People, self hatred and voting against your own self interest is a thing and always will be. Hmm. Then don't get me into the one issue voters. Well, I'm against abortion, so I have to vote for. Sure, sure, sure. But anyway, two other notes. Silence is compliance. Someone said that, and then somebody else countered it with, no, no, silence can be a form of protection if someone doesn't know all the facts or know what's going on or know what they. At this point, your silence is compliance. I've always believed silence is compliance, period. When you don't speak about something or against something or for it, you give us what you believe in your silence. You say it loudly without saying it at all. And then lastly, the owners of this business, they also own other things in my hometown. Particularly, I was actually kind of hurt when someone said they own my favorite ice cream shop in my hometown. I listen, every time I go home, I got to make sure I go to that ice cream shop when they open in the summertime. And now I can't because again, if you're going to stand on business. I can't go there anymore. I can't do it. But there will always be those who look at it like it's not that big of a deal. It's so many other racist businesses in my hometown and everywhere for that matter, not just my hometown. I don't want to like be just down in where I'm from. I love where I'm from. But it's racist businesses everywhere. And we will not always know which ones they are because everybody ain't dumb enough to be blatant with it. But when they are blatant with it, then you get to make a choice. And some of y'all choice will be, well, it don't matter. It ain't that big of a deal. Oh well. We go to ones when we don't know they racist. It's different when you don't know. See, ignorance sometimes is a justification. I genuinely didn't know. But once you know, now the ball is in your court. So yeah, good old Niagara Falls. Like I said, I love my hometown. My family's there. For some of my best friend is there. Like I love my hometown. I love going home. Home is home, no matter what. But that don't mean don't call out home for being reckless. Don't call out home for being a mess, because that is what it is. All right, y'all. I hope y'all have a beautiful one the rest of the day, and I will holler at y'all later.